Hello students, in today's class we shall discuss about reversible and irreversible system. So first we shall discuss about reversible process. So as its name, reversible process, the process which can be reversed, and irreversible process, the process which cannot be reversed. So reversible process, it is the process in which change is carried out so slowly, that is infinitesimally, that the system and surrounding are always in equilibrium. So that type of process in which the change is carried out so slowly that the system and surrounding are always in equilibrium, that process is called reversible process. Now it is imaginary process. Reversible process is imaginary. A truly reversible process can't be realized in actual practice. Third thing is, work done is maximum. In reversible process, the value of the work done, that will be maximum, and infinite time is required to complete the reversible process because it is very slow process, right? The examples of reversible process are frictionless motion, resistanceless current flow. You can see here, this is the simple pendulum example. To and fro motion of frictionless pendulum. This is the example of reversible process. Next, coming to irreversible process. In irreversible process, as its name suggests, that the process cannot be reversed. So it takes finite time for the completion and it occurs spontaneously. This process is called reversible process. Now in irreversible process, almost all processes occurring in nature or laboratory, all are irreversible in nature, or one can say that all the natural process which are going to happen in our day-to-day life, they all are irreversible process. And in fact, this irreversible process can be visualized. It is real and can be performed easily. We have an example to understand the irreversible process. Here you can see we have taken a colorless water, and here if we poured the colored dye, then what will happen after 1 minute? What will happen? The color of the water will become red because we are adding here the red dye. So this shows that this process is going to happen. This we can realize it. This we can see easily with the help of our naked eyes. So this process is called irreversible process because this is unidirectional. This is going to take place in one direction. And the examples for irreversible process are motion with friction, and second is current flow through a resistance. This is the example of irreversible process. Now next, moving to thermodynamic equilibrium. Now in thermodynamic equilibrium, it is a system in which observable properties of a system do not undergo any change with time. Means a system in which the observable property, they will not change with the time. So this type of property, they are called thermodynamic properties, and we have the three thermodynamic equilibrium. One is thermal equilibrium, another is mechanical equilibrium, and next one is the chemical equilibrium. Now first I am taking thermal equilibrium. In thermal equilibrium, as its name, temperature remains same in all the parts of the system. Means throughout the system the temperature will remain constant. In mechanical equilibrium, pressure of the system that will remain constant. And in case of chemical equilibrium, it is the composition of the system that will remain constant throughout the process, or you can say throughout the process, the composition that will be uniform. Second point, in thermal equilibrium is no flow of heat from one part of system to another. There will be no flow of heat in case of thermal equilibrium. In mechanical equilibrium, no mechanical work is done by one part of the system to another, because here pressure remains same in all the parts, and as we know that pressure is related with the work done. So if there is no pressure, means change in pressure is zero, means no mechanical work will be done. And in chemical equilibrium, it is the composition, right, that will remain constant. And we know that composition is what? It refers to the arrangement, type and ratio of atoms in molecules. So we have the three types of equilibria in thermodynamics equilibrium: thermal equilibrium, mechanical equilibrium and chemical equilibrium. Next, moving to heat. Heat is when a system and its surroundings are at different temperatures. Means when there is a difference in the temperature of system and surrounding, the form of energy change between them is commonly known as heat. Means what is heat? Heat is when there is a difference in the temperature of system and surrounding, then the form of energy which is exchanged between the system and surrounding, or you can say that from the surrounding to system or vice versa, that is known as heat. Heat always flow from higher temperature to a body of having lower temperature. Means that process is spontaneous process. Now what are spontaneous process? The process which can take place by its own. As heat is a spontaneous process, reason being its direction or its flow moment is from higher temperature body to a body having lower temperature. You can see we have considered a system that is water having the temperature 25 degrees Celsius, and outside this system we have the surrounding having the temperature greater than that of the system, that is 35 degrees Celsius. Means there is a difference in the temperature. That's why there will be the flow of energy from surrounding to the system, because here surrounding have more temperature in comparison to system. The flow of heat continues till the system and surrounding attain the same temperature. Means there will be the flow of heat from the surrounding to the system when both will have the equal temperature. Then after attaining the equal temperature, then there will be the no flow of heat from system to surrounding and from surrounding to system, because then there will be equilibrium between the two, that is system and surrounding. Now the next term is work. Work, you know, it is a form of energy, and you can say it is another form of transference of energy. So you can see here this is the force and this is an initial position of an object. Now what will happen if we apply the force along this direction? What will happen? There will be the displacement of this object. So here this is the final position of the object, and here from center to center this is the displacement which is represented by the d, right? So suppose here F is the applied force to the object. This is the object, and the object displaced in the direction of force, means this object will move in the direction of force. Here we are applying in the force in this direction, that's why the object will move in this direction only. So here in this case the mechanical work is, here we can find out the mechanical work, and mechanical work is represented by the W. It is equal to the applied force multiplied by the displacement of the object. Here W is equal to applied force is the F, which we are going to apply this force, this much amount of force on this object. So here applied force is F, and here displacement is D. You can see it is the object is displaced from this position to that position. So this is the displacement represented by the letter D. So mechanical work, it is F into D. Now multiplying and dividing by D square on both sides, what we will get? W is equal to F by D square into D square. Now this F by D square, we know pressure is equal to force per unit area, right? Because distance is a length, right? So square of length is called area. So one can write d square is area, F by A, that is force per unit area, that is governed by the pressure. And here one can write length into length into length, that is volume. D cube is volume. So one can write W is equal to P into V. So here mechanical work can be written in the form of formula, that is P into V, or one can write mechanical work is equal to pressure multiplied by the volume. So this is the relationship of work with the pressure and volume, that is W is equal to PV. So dear students, in this class we have discussed about reversible and irreversible system. Then we have discussed about the three types of equilibrium, thermodynamic equilibrium, and then we have derived that how W, mechanical work, is related with the pressure and volume by the relationship W is equal to PV. So thank you so much for watching it. Have a great day.